forward in a best of 3, and what I saw on the way out the door, it didn't look like a very positive-looking Sangal.
Oh, yeah, phzy was trying to give some fist bumps, and they were almost kind of ignoring it and dejected to that point.
Yeah, so if they get off to a bad start here, if MOUZ win the pistol, the first gun rounds, maybe even the second gun round, you see here the 1x bet odds have completely blown out. If that does unfold in that fashion, as we see the cheeky molly being lined up, then there's going to be a world of hurt. phzy doing this from a bit of a different position than what we've seen, but it's the same Molotov in play. Oh, they've crept out mid here. They haven't thrown it just yet. When will it be coming? Back to phzy. There it is. Flames through the floor. Jump out mid, straight into Soulfly, who's not going to be long for this world. Oh, jeez. How did he get 2?
Yeah, he's not bad at all, is he? Soulfly is having a heck of a series. By far the most impactful, in my opinion, in the first map. That's a little bit maybe too aggressive on the decision-making at Banana in overtime. Either way, he's going to make this one extremely difficult for MOUZ. It could go 0-3 on pistols.
I don't know how he gets 2 kills there. That's wild. And you have to credit phzy's flashes there, which were a real nuisance for MOUZ trying to take that mid space. So getting tricky with it leaves phzy in an unwinnable situation. We'll have to identify all of these fights with 40 seconds left as he creeps forward into Corey's domain. First click will be good. Upgrades into the USP, 11 bullets.
phzy's still just waiting it. Problem is ScrunK's position finds that, but there's the... Okay, I was going to say, even if he gets ScrunK, the repeat comes back out from inside of the site. So it is 1-0 for Sangal, and not much to report for MOUZ in that round.
Yeah, we need to keep on a bit of QB watch as well. He was more than rough around the edges on map number 1. He was missing. They had him on the side of a milk carton there. So they'd love to get him activated in the server. And it's good that they get the pistol. It starts putting some of the smiles back on the faces. They're going to need a whole lot more of that here, Sangal. If they want to be believing, they can get this one done on MOUZ's pick of Vertigo. Full Glock Eco. Should be shred pretty swiftly. I know ScrunK likes this map. I faced him a couple times in FACEIT on this map.
Soulfly seemingly likes it so far too. He gets another one and a lot of damage spraying in through the Yellow Tarpaulin. They're gonna get up past that scaffold position and wrap around. They at least get some forward stance, but where are they gonna go other than death at this point in time? Look at the HP. phzy with an MP9, yeah, money, money. Money, money. 1 and 2. JDC and Frozen Fall, and the score is now 2-0.
Gets in the upgrade into the FAMAS as well there, so handled by phzy. So we'll see the AKs come out. Now, MOUZ, do you want to stomach another 0-5 start to a game? We're going to need some answers here. 5 AKs lacking mainly flashes, so they've prioritized mollies and smokes. 1, make it 2 flashes to operate with an entire T rounds here, so ooh, that might make things a little bit less than ideal. As hold up, they've jumped down for the fight. Corey.
Yeah, but it's like the time that the smoke pops and like the sound, his footsteps weren't heard. I don't think JDC has any indication, despite that he just dropped in there like an elephant. So Corey gets away with that.
I'll take that. MP9 into AK. He's a magician, apparently. Turning water into wine, but that is divine.
Zershin still waits them with the AK. Just a second to see if anyone's going to push around. Corey is up on top of the window, but isn't going to go any further than that.
They're well aware of Exertion's standard mid place here. On the CT and the T side, he will be a nuisance, but now they're investigating back towards B. I like the heads-up play from Sangal. They're aggressive B lobby, they drop back their 4-5 mid. Now, they have left a gap, but it's because they can make this guesstimation. They know that if there is going to be time, likely to hear a sound cue. phzy to mantle on the head of Dexter. Pops up, sees nothing, and in the interim, Frozen has taken down ScrunK. So now the score level, problems for Sangal.
Zershin with the swing, but an off angle for Corey. He goes back up the ramp and they can fortify the B site. Kubi gonna be heading over that direction as well. Out smoking behind AC unit. Not sure if that was entirely intended. I guess if he wants to keep Molotovs away from his feet and control his peak, he is gonna get Dexter down towards baits plan because he knows they're pushing through. He's able to get 2 and he saw the 3rd. He has the information and that's relayed over to Frozen, who's able to find the kill immediately. It's all on phzy.
They start planning. Bomb's going to get denied here. See you later. Have to get this one down. Got to cross to the site now, Frozen.
He'll commit to it. He'll hold it. He'll stick this plant. Knows phzy is going to rely on getting positioning while he does so. Rather than a shot, and phzy makes no mistake. He had a good start. Went quiet a while on Inferno, but a great start if you go back to the clutch on round, I think it was 5. And this time it's just as good as he snipes down both of the opposition.
That was flashy. Got to be happy with that one here. That was a tidy clutch. The nade perfect, the shot better. They do get the bomb down. And this was crazy. Like, you understand exactly what he has to do here. Just lobs the nade, does lethal damage. phzy removed, jumps forward, understands exactly where he is, and flick. Sweet from phzy there. That one is tidy. Getting fired up. The boys believing again. But MOUZ will get out another purchase. And they're putting themselves in this situation, right? They decided not to go for the second round force. There's no plan. I get it. But the first gunny, a little bit lighter.
Chad, press tab. It's happened. It's rare, but we've got the 5-4-3-2-1 scoreline.
Oh, wow.
It's the Care Bear countdown.
Holy moly. Red beans and ravioli, as Trace on the Saranthus would say. It's like a blue moon.
Do love me a good old Blue Nuit. JDC is going to try and work his way back upstairs. So MOUZ, just as in the first map, come close to a round, but fall short and give back momentum to Sangal. We could be looking at a similar situation in terms of start. Corey knocks JDC off the edge of the map and falls to the ground. Of course, he does fire back at the smoke. They nearly doubled up on that. Corey lucky to get away with 19, but there were some shots toward Dexter that looked pretty menacing.
ScrunK's a hard clear here. He's actually, I was going to say being left on his own, but Soulfly is hanging around, and this is important. The jump peak means ScrunK might go overlooked, at least for the first. Soulfly tagged, and here they come. phzy, yeah, not on the hard clear. You got to take this chance now, ScrunK. You have to take it now, my friend. And
Soulfly. He's going to get the, oh, how is he not? How has he not gotten phzy, who now elevates himself up? And Soulfly repositioning is able to get the kill, so it is the advantage. And phzy having a solid start again. It's now 6-0, by the way. And he might find his 7th right now and will. It's exertion that goes down 4-0.
yeah, poor ScrunK. That type of a position, he's laughing about it. Yeah, he wouldn't be laughing about it if they lost that round. That's the type of situation where the accidental phrase I've coined, overcooking the pooch. Don't put your pooch in the oven, please. But that one right there almost cost them. Fortunately, they will deal with this, and a timeout called. Cycrin just has to get in their ear. Listen, boys, we don't have everything we need to play out these type of rounds. The better team, let's just get all the goodies going. Let's not force the issue. Let's take the half investment now. Do something with speed, maybe some flair, a little bit of a set piece possible. Well, flashes, smoke, so a pocket strap potentially. And if you have anything in the back pocket, use it now. Right? Don't hold on to it. Use it now in this game. Get yourself across the line. Get yourself secure for that major. You don't want to end up on Ancient, the third and deciding map of this. Anything's possible in the green jungle.
Oh, man. Yeah, Sangal trying desperately, as you say, for all 5 of these guys. It would be their first major. Soulfly checks down above smoke. He's going to drop it, commit to the fight, but maybe thinks better of it now. Good nade, though. Didn't do a ton of damage, did it? Probably because I mentioned it.
Yeah, you do have that power.
It's outrageous.
We all have different powers.
JDC, that's not ideal. Backs away from the flames, having realized through the smoke it was very much too hot, and now that it's cleared, he'll try and do the same with the Tech 9. But Soulfly's not going to give him an inch. Excuse me, ScrunK, rather, is not going to give him an inch. Keep backing off, and Soulfly is there to support as well.
You say he's not going to give him an inch. I think in future gun rounds, if he continues to play as skittish as what he was just there in that type... Look, he knows all the nades. This guy's a nade, and it's like, oh, he missed half of them. Cancel that.
Hey, future pros. Soulfly, you're right. I know what you're saying. If he goes too passive, he gives too much space, but he doesn't want to give it away to pistols. Was one of the point I was making. ScrunK seemingly steps up, doesn't care about it. He'll find a hat trick. 4 kills for him now. And exertion left alone with the Deagle in a 1-on-4 to go 5-0 for Sangal.
Nades looked cool. Unfortunately, we had to rumble him there, didn't we? Had to show that it missed. We could have just gotten away with this. No one would have known in the here and the now.
That's what I usually say to my teammates, too. Yeah, no, my smoke's there. You're good. Just don't peek, though. It's
peeked, dead.
Oh, that's a nice nade. That one was decent. Puts him down to 47. Nearly walked off the map when he stepped back, but up on the ledge. phzy will find him as well. Man, phzy 8-0 now.
Okay, having a bit of a game of things. ScrunK as well for some confidence kills onto those pistols. Now MOUZ, again, with a 0-5 start, will finally get out what we consider a full gun round. An AWP available for phzy. Rifles are plenty. Yuto in the mix as well. Do they break the streak? Or do they continue across the pitch? Pitch, not the pritch.
Free falling. JDC, I have sung a lot in the last 4 weeks. I don't know why, and I'm sorry to everyone.
You get the earworms, I think they call it. Happens to all of us. I was doing Go to Rio.
Yes, you were. Well, that's what this game is about right now. MOUZ seemingly don't have much desire for that.
They do. They just want to make the game interesting. You know, everyone said they should win quite easily. They just, we'll take our time. Don't you worry about that.
And they've gone down 0-5 to start every single half of the 3 we've played so far in this series, though.
Ooh, that's a missed nade as well. It didn't have anybody home to soften up, but the little details like that are the ones that are going to matter the most once this gets deep. phzy posted on it, deep angle, and Soulfly to tuck in. I like this setup. Bit of a wombo combo. Might go overlooked here.
Torzy gets the opener.
Soulfly's chance.
Something to work with, but you're right. Soulfly waiting at the I-beam. Takes out one, but as he swings out, that gives the gun barrel away. JDC found Corey before that. Could be a good kill. Unfortunately, not in the right position on the map, as ScrunK now has to rotate back over. Bomb not in position. They've slowed this down. Looking for information. ScrunK backs off, tries to tap through, but he's too far to the right. Good hold from Exertion on the left to make sure he had that plant secure.
This guy studied the game a lot. I can just see by the way that he's operating. Like he has waypoints for this is where I moved to. Like, I know a lot of players have that, but his looks so premeditated. It's wild. It's
well, it's like chess at that level, right? If you start to cancel out, okay, he's gonna plant here. I go back, I spam. This is the angle I need. It doesn't give me up. He's got the boost on the ramp.
I don't think this would offend him here, but mechanically speaking, like he's a fish out of water in the server right now. So the fact that he has those, that's the way that he buys himself back into the game. And that's why looking at his U2, even though I know some of it missed before, he was doing an awful lot on Inferno as well. There's a lot of other ways that you can contribute here. Like leading is a difficult task, that's known, but he's definitely done his homework here. So they do break the streak. There's the run boost across, and that's why phzy had absolutely no idea that was coming down. A great little piece there to initiate, and sticking out like a sore thumb is that big barrel. Soulfly only getting one and done from that position. And the cash, not quite exhausted yet, but definitely getting low. Soulfly with 2K, ScrunK with about 2.3 remaining. Loss bonus 1900 into the next. So MOUZ, if they can streak 2 together here, find themselves feeling quite comfy.
Frozen just waiting it out, smoke in place still. ScrunK that wants to do something about it. It's Soulfly. I didn't even spot down below that, so they had the double setup, and he's going to find the kill. Frozen down, and Torzy can't respond.
Kind of cool using the combination of their own smoke with the T-side lurk smoke against them to grab that little tiny gap. So Soulfly continues to be creative here. Back to B into 2. Now, they have enough utility to execute, but they need to flush out these close angles. You want to send QB back from this Tetris box. You want to make sure that Corey is off of this line. And they actually have some util between them to make this one work. If this is a full set piece, the util will mainly be behind them here.
JDC, Corey falls. That equals it up. Gonna push phzy back. He's flashed off. Has to go behind the AC unit. Even falls back further because he knows there's gonna be utility. But Kubi, he goes forward. Soulfly to support, and the bomb's thrown forward inside of a smoke. That's out of position. That's a problem. And they put Molotov in front of it as well, which means Torzy can't get to it. And now a 1-on-3. That's spot up one player. Soulfly is who he fires at, but can't get the damage in sufficiently. And you're right. He's got to switch guns and get away. He's gonna grab the AWP to do so.
Okay, just saving again here. So MOUZ are really gonna take their time with this one, aren't they? This one feels like it's going to go down to the wire again. But a good defense put up by Sangal on that site. They hold them at bay, the rotation time, the response time getting across quite quickly. Like MOUZ are going to make this a drawn-out affair to punch that ticket. Time expires. Just a couple of AKs scooped up here in the final moments. Soulfly and ScrunK with those. phzy's AWP carried across it. It's necessary, but really good util uses. I didn't love that front side smoke from QB because it denied the position of phzy early, but probably better to have those rifles skirmishing and take phzy back to just cover off mid in a safer line. It all worked out.
And Sangal's going to be kicking themselves over Inferno because they have every right in this series. Look at the start they have here.
Yeah, it's true. It's bang on, right? That Inferno game was very winnable for them. Very, very winnable indeed. If you give yourself these fantastic starts and you can't convert, that's just going to come down to the experience level, which we know is the stark contrast. They're accounting for Exertion's playmaking in mid here. phzy's here on the AWP, and he has backup. Exertion's just going to walk out dry. Bye.
Yeah, dead. What's he at now? 9-1. Okay.
Well, and exertion's at 1 and 7. So having a tough time getting things going here, MOUZ. As far as the opening kill department goes, they managed 1. And that was the round where we saw Torji get run boosted. Since then, well, not since then, the entire half, it's been opening kills for the likes of Soulflight. Corey's managed 2, and now phzy's put 1 in the feed next to his name. And that has to be the difference maker. MOUZ need to change this opening approach to make sure that if they are going to be heading somewhere, they can at least trade efficiently off of each other. You can't just be going down and taking no space and nothing. Flash forward, ScrunK steps. Almost 2 kills. Dexter's dinked.
Soulfly. Smoke's corner. Nade on top of them. Did they think it's clear, though? Is that enough? I mean, if the smoke's there, obviously there's a reason that they've extinguished it, but how do you clear it without getting shot from inside of the site? Speaking of inside of the site, Torzi's going to open up 1. Soulfly still does well in that situation, and if they have to go that aggressively toward the bags, it exposes them from the spawn. They haven't cleared him at all. That's insane. Torzi desperately annoyed right now, even is just taking shots. But please, please die at least. Stubbornness, but he has to back off 7-1 Sangal.
Wow, okay. It's so hard to work out what's going on here. Well, the Counter-Strike's straightforward, but in terms of MOUZ just offering themselves up in a lot of these circumstances, it's crazy to me as well that Dexter full commits to try and find that fight, and then dips all the way back after Torji gets the AWP kill. Like maybe it was miscomms, and at that point, oh, trying to wallbang him here. I do enjoy the creativity there. I've seen that one a few times before. But yeah, it's interesting that Dexter, maybe the comms were bad and he thought that Torji had killed the sandbag player. I'm not certain. But I'd be a little bit worried right now. Looking back at the coach, Torji and Frozen, both of them just looking directly at him here.
See if we can come up with something to get them back on this page, because they are not even on this planet right now. Frozen, bit of a chat with Torzi.
I don't think they should force buy behind this. Just rock the AWP, let it settle, take a half buy. If you force buy behind this and you lose another, I can list the amount of full gun rounds you've had on one hand so far. So partial investment, the safer of the two. I know it means silly scenes ahead for Torji, but they kind of needed a round like this in Inferno to get them going on the T side as well.
Oh, Soulfly's gonna take Torzi out of this one again, the opener.
Ay caramba.
This is tough. Flash up and does clear one angle, but look at how many more there is. Okay, now be careful not to give yourselves up on the Sangal side. JDC tagged the 3, but they get the kill, they get the Deagle shot, and they make it at least a 4-on-4.
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like the inexperience is definitely playing something here. The same excuse can't be made for Sangal, obviously. But for MOUZ, they're meant to be the much better team here. Win everything. Firepower, structure, strategies, approach, organization, everything. And I know they won the last map, but it was only just. And they're being handed their asses right now. ScrunK doubles up. Frozen gets one back. Dexter gets an AWP kill, but it's a unwinnable. Well, maybe not unwinnable. JDC with 3 HP short in a 2-on-1 situation and stands with the fight. Tries the Deagle instead, and that's him gone too. So, ooh, okay.
Wow.
7-round gap.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
I saw Carrigan made a tweet, and he was concerned with MOUZ in that first map. Let me see if I can bring it up here.
Yeah, you take a look for that. I'll try and come up with some superlatives to throw at them to give them some salvation in this game. But right now, Sangal, massive start. And it also means they have to convert this one, surely, right? If you lose 2 games that you had a 7-1 and now an 8-1 lead on the second map, that's going to rip you apart. You're going to tilt off the face of the planet.
Yeah, this was the tweet during last map. I'm getting a little worried for MOUZ. This is a game where experience will help you over the edge when you are not firing on all cylinders. And they're definitely not firing on all cylinders. Like, Torji hasn't looked like himself. I know in this map he has 5 kills, but in the previous, he was almost a non-issue.
Frozen will get ScrunK. He nearly got a lineup on that, so they're lucky to get that kill back. That's the opener for them. Again, no, it's Soulfly. Look how confident he is. Look how aggressive he is. He goes out and get him. Free fires it. Frozen's going to try and catch him. Can't. And he'll fall off the bags.
This is MOUZ's second opening kill. Last time round they converted. What's the difference going to be this time?
Difference might be over toward B, because the bomb is heading that direction and there's no one directly nearby to cut this off. So JDC has access to move forward. He just wants to clear each and every pillar and nook and cranny and box and now the window. Yeah. And yep, could be gone.
And maybe the round 2, as simple as that. phzy, really? phzy wants to get stuck in. Maybe this one's back on. Was expecting the save.
He's gonna try and deny the plants as well. He throws an incendiary down and he's gonna jump forward, but he wasn't ready for the quad angle. Exertion catches him on the jump. And it is Soulfly. He can definitely punish and devour their souls with economy, but not gonna happen. It's gonna be the second round against the 8th that Sangal have. So MOUZ Sports at least getting that one done. So 2 for 2 on conversions after opening picks. Maybe look for some more picks, Chad.
Yeah, precisely. So if they can grab this one here, they will break Sangal, who have had to invest with everything they've got, but Frozen with a good round. And that, right now, is the difference maker, right? Opening kills have determined who picks up the round. So let's see if that trend continues here for the remainder of the half. We're already quite deep. 5 rounds left in this one. Round number 11 starting now. If MOUZ do this and win this round here, they can still get 7. It's still very possible. All right, round's over. Let's move to the next, shall we?
Soulfly is just ripping them. In last round, sure, they got the opening pick, but he is just confidently walking to the corner, spraying through smoke every single time and seemingly getting a kill. It's up to 15 and 7, by the way. So what's the recovery plan? Boost. Don't know if I like that. Kubi not giving up yet. He's going to rotate back. They see him, but they don't get the shots, and now he knows they were there. And he knows how to deal with it as well. Look at this little boost, too. You think you can boost on one side of the map? They've got the other, so they know there's nothing at ramp. And this is why, although that takes 2 players out of it, it's not like they can rotate over that cleanly, but they do have a third heading to CT spawn to support this.
They desperately require Frozen in all of this, and Torji holding onto that space. They're up close, so it's going to be pop flashing another boost. Okay. Lots of elevation here today. Here's the flash and the go.
Kubi up close. Shot. Baiting him in. Kubi, they know he's there. They swing on him, they have to. Flash out, they didn't get him. They didn't get him at all. In fact, Exertion takes down JDC while trying to do so. And it's a disaster. Frozen left at a 1-on-5. He's gone. Oh my goodness, 9-2.
That flash did absolutely nothing.
No, it didn't even hit. Didn't even land. I don't know where it went.
That was strange. Okay. Well, you thought that should have been the white screen for everybody on that B bomb site. Sangal looking fantastic now, and MOUZ have not been able to break through. Not in any consecutive fashion whatsoever here.
Insult to injury as well, because you don't get the flash around the corner. You TK trying to kill, and then also don't get the kill. Like, that was just disaster.
Not only do you TK, you can now only buy a Galil probably because of that. So,
it's tough.
Thanks for coming. And we do see the attempt over towards the A ramp. 3 players. It's phzy to support ScrunK and Soulfly. See phzy, they're holding onto the use lift. They want to initiate for these fights. A molly up will hold the ramp at bay for now. They've immediately dipped back, and silently so. And will be thrown across to that of Frozen. Corey is parking himself in the back of the site alongside a QB. This is a strong hold with phzy AWPing middle.
Yeah, that middle op is going to be a huge problem for them as they... Okay, boost up instead. They try and look toward window, but do they look deep? Does he see him? He didn't.
Missed the smoke.
Absolutely they did. This is just awful. Torzy downed, traded. Frozen at least getting one back, but I don't think he'll be building a snowman in this round because he's on 13. Excuse me, Dexter's on 13. He's on 22, and he's left at a 1-on-2. Does get the bomb planted at least. Flash gonna go high. He's gonna get close. This is a tough play for him to make with this little HP. Can't isolate. They're gonna go for trades. He's got the first. He's the second, and never mind. The snowman's there. It's 9-3.
Oh, good stuff from Frozen there. That is pressure, but that is exactly what he needs to be in this team to do in these type of moments. This is the learning curve that MOUZ are still on. Sure, this team, you look at them, you look at back at Pro, you look at the caliber of Counter-Strike, you go IEM Cologne, you see them get to the arena. All of those things are great. But in a pressure game like this, when the major is on the line, this is when somebody like Frozen needs to step up. We'll remind you, JDC, Exertion, and Torji have never been to a major before. They are on the precipice of doing so. And that pressure, this is what these kids dream of, right? You're going to be immortalized in the game. Playing at the major, the World Cup, it is the biggest thing we have on offer.
There's 2 players in the entire server that have been to a major. And that's why you look for the experience, as you say, to go on their shoulders. Soulfly, again though, again? They've got to do something about this. This is ridiculous.
Seems way too easy, doesn't it?
He's just doing it whatever he wants, and there's no counter.
Well, last round was the first time an opening pick didn't dictate the round, so maybe they can continue in that fashion. Kiss in the smoke right there. Dexter gone. Just had that UMP. Exertion finally getting a bit of space over towards middle. Start to capitalize. Corey's going to come back into demise. And now they can split this site if they so choose. Exertion is the thorn in the side here, and they need to find him before he gets too far.
phzy heading to find him first, and he's gonna, I was gonna say look the wrong direction. Still saw the shoulder, but couldn't get the shots off. He had to walk the step further, still looking to the left. I think that's a free kill, but gonna make it difficult now for MOUZ Sports.
Don't want to see them save again here, but maybe that is the call. phzy can smoke left or right of sight, opting for the left side. That'll give Frozen a little bit of wiggle room here. He can now creep up behind that. phzy still needs to get into the site and plant, so they're going to be clustered quite tightly together. Planning on the open side. Oh, and the boost on top of the head, thinking on their toes. Up, over, Frozen again. He could be the difference maker. 1.5 kills here, and they've been able to get away, but look at QB's utility. A smoke is perfect for being on top of this bomb. Kits, where are they?
Shot from phzy, missed, downed. Frozen again had to clutch this, but there's too many men. They run around the corner and they're gone again. It's now 10-3. 10-3 Sangal. This could have been a 2-0 in their favor. They could be going to the major at the end of this map. MOUZ, where the heck are you?
Oh, 4 here from Soulflight. He's having a great one and then just sitting on the perch right here. So that one has fallen apart again. Still, no consecutive rounds and only 2 more for MOUZ to be able to even make that possible. 10-5 on the half. It feels like no harm, no foul, but they need to get there first. The plan is good. If we're going to take any positives from that round, getting that down will at least get them a few more buys. AKs, Khalils, but again, it's like the amount of full gun rounds they've had, either by virtue of the saves or virtue by getting in the early buys of this game, it hasn't been there. And Vertigo is a map where utility is extremely important. I know it's extremely important on a lot of maps, but even just to get you the lurk smokes for A space, multiple layers to that, right? It just hasn't been there, it hasn't been available. And the man that you keep mentioning, Soulfly, keeps finding pick after pick. He's 7-0 in opening duels.
That's ridiculous.
Is that right? 7-0.
Yeah, I believe it. I definitely do. He's absolutely been annihilating them down toward this ramp. He's been so many kills. This time he doesn't have quite the same access. He's gone toward the scaffolding instead, but they still don't even get back to him. There's so much smoke down, they can't find an opening. And phzy again reads the mid play. Here we go. ScrunK this time gets one. Here comes Soulfly. He's only good for another single as Frozen trades that off 2 on 3. But MOUZ Sports in the deficit, as seems to be the case on every single round. Ooh, okay. Line it up. Line it up. Line it up. Oh, no. Okay. All right, let's go next, please.
Yeah, this is not looking good, is it? Frozen left on an island here. His teammates have gone on vacation a little bit early. 5 for JDC, 6 for phzy, 5 for Dexter, 3 for Exertion. Exertion we were praising on that previous map. Now, still another whole half of Counter-Strike to come. Them getting back online when we come into the break, sure, but they're making this difficult on themselves. Exertion has his numbers been had because they're not playing the AWP over towards A at all. They're fortifying with these rifles, and then after that, he can just AWP down the long line of mid. He's picked off Exertion a couple of times here, quite literally going dry. Frozen will save. We'll sit this one out for the next 20 seconds and see if they'll give him that opportunity. It looks likely now. It's so crazy. Like, when we're in these type of matches, I really just want to talk about the Counter-Strike, but there has to be something else going on here for MOUZ. Sure, Sangal are playing well. We give credit where credit is due. But MOUZ look out of sorts here.
Counter-terrorists win.
Frozen has 100 ADR, whereas the next highest on his team is, I think, JDC with about 70 here.
Well, this is not the half that MOUZ were expecting. Not on their map choice. This is outrageous.
Look, I think they can bring it back. And obviously, cliches, tropes, all that good stuff, pissed around this, that, and the other. It's just the fashion that it's gone down. It's not very convincing.
It's not convincing. Look at the kills. 5, 3, 6, 5, 15 for Frozen. It's a one-man army right now, and it's just not enough. Frozen's going to be wondering where the heck everyone is. Come on, guys. There's only so much I can do here.
It's too quiet over towards A right now. The fact that Soulfly's not finding anything, him and ScrunK in combination haven't heard a lick. Frozen will throw out a nade. That's just to dissuade. It's not actually have any intent behind it. And ScrunK is already floating back. They have 2 players on B. Sangal are doing a great job of reading the play. They are not being strung out. They're not being pressured. They can set up confidently in a lot of these situations. If JDC's throwing the same one as before, it didn't land, and it doesn't land again. That's a sky nade. Fireworks. Pretty familiar here for Malta.
Yeah, but quite a few I've seen. And hopefully, I'm sure Sangal would love to celebrate under the next set. Ruby gonna back off as utility went toward him. Flames as well. He extinguished those. Corey took the most damage. He's on 21.
Look at the setup right now. There's nobody at A. Soulfly just floated back towards middle. He's now only just headed back towards headshot. They know exactly what's coming. ScrunK is the most forward member of this B defense as an A defender. Hey, ring, ring, MOUZ, they've got your number big time. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 1 They're so noisy. Look at this, telegraphed.
ScrunK holding. He's been great in these situations, but he's overrun this time. Not Kubi. He's able to pop out and find two. JDC's going to put him down. They have the advantage. Oh, missed nade. phzy a bit too close to the beam, but it somehow turns him back in the right way because he catches that exertion. And it's now a 2-on-2 with Soulfly again on the flank, but Dexter through a corpse that's already down takes the headshot into him, and it's all on phzy. We know he's capable. The game he's been having, he's trying to silently get inside the site, but a noise made. They know he's there. JDC spots. He's able to get that kill, and the panic spray snaps right. Doesn't happen. It's 11-4. We know that that is very much a doable score, but, Chad, it requires getting a pistol round. We'll take a break, see if they can do it after the half.
What up, future pros? I have a nifty fast A smoke I saw Apex throw to help you on your pistol A rushes. You throw this smoke from the T spawn and it will block off the left side of the A side, allowing your teammates to run up short with a bit of smoke coverage. To throw the smoke, first shoot out the glass above. Really, this is the only one you need to break, but shoot them all anyway. Then get yourself stuck into this invisible corner next to this beam. Aim between these two dots as shown and jump through the smoke. This smoke will soar through the sky and land perfectly to block off the vision of short from the bomb site nice and early. As long as your teammates take out anyone playing close, you will have a decent standing to win the round. Good luck and rush A?
Good scoreline at 9-5 on the City side, and looking at the money state, looking at the buy, this should be 10-5.
Force invest these pistols mostly here for Cloud9. AK of Axar, Scout in Vishiro. phzy, yes, they're putting Incendiary down ahead of the smokes. Trying to find Hobbit, thinking he might be out of his elbow. He suffered a lot towards the jewels in the early takes in from Spirit, and he'll suffer again for phzy and Siren. Wonderful. His AWP shot misses. Axar's opened up the A site.
And now the pressure starts building. Siren's got to make a decision whether he decides to fight out from Donut. He drops that bomb, but he also takes a lot of damage in the response.
Very difficult with the only AK being the bomb carrier here. They'll try to put it down, safe from the Donut position. Magics can't see them. It's a man advantage for Spirit on the retake, doubling up against Stefani.
Yeah, this should be it. This should be closing time. Shiro and Inters have nothing to work with. Shiro's going to think about taking some map control away.
Shot on to phzy, damage being done. Inters took some more in return, looking for the next player back. Now going to taunt to his teammate to look towards Temple. Shiro.
Well, that was not the start MOUZ would have expected on their map choice of Vertigo, but they get to 11-4, so maybe something to work with. Pistol, pistol, pistol. They've got to win one in this series.
Stress now really starting to mount here. You can see it on all the faces, on all the sides. And guess what? I've got something a little bit funky for everybody for this pistol round. Sangal have a deagle in the hands of Corey, and T-side dual Berettas for phzy.
Superman strat.
Okay, so this here, we've seen this several times in the last couple of weeks. This smoke goes through and covers off middle. Now, he will need to break the windows. They didn't break them out of spawn. So when he does it late, it's a little bit more of a tell. But Dex is not playing on that side of mid. Ooh.
Smoke down JDC. Has to jump away without a shot. Dexter tried to swing on it, but they're getting closer. They're getting very close, and they're going to get into spawn as well. Dexter needs to get the kill because he's going to be surrounded on both sides. He knows it needs to reload. Somehow he gets saved. Torzy put a bullet in the side of Kubi's head, but still Dexter is dead, and Torzy has to do more. The Doolies again. Gonna find Soulfly, but Corey is still doing enough to pull this back. Bomb is down. He'll grab it, and he has this incredible hand cannon in round 1.
I cannot believe a deagle on the pistol round. This is some absurd stuff right here.
It's old school.
Maybe that's the confidence that Sangal are operating with right now, but it's BM in the server. Not too many players willing to offer this up, especially when major life on the line.
It's interesting as well, because you can do it where someone else drops it for him, and he can get the armor. Xertion. Spotted out. Deagle fires off a shot.
They can plant.
They are going to plant. They've gone back through middle and arrive on A. Nothing to work with in terms of utility on T side. Frozen does have a smoke.
Oh, they've gotten back now. All these footsteps that MOUZ are concealing, it's all for naught. They know that space behind them's clear.
Corey still has the angle toward this as well. Forget the headshots. Body shots will do. The armor for Xertion will make that more difficult. Doesn't matter if they go twice. Frozen, excuse me, gonna get it. 1 HP. 1 HP, but they'll get finally a pistol in this series.
I'm just saying, if I'm Xertion right now, while this diffuser's coming in, I'm using those dual Berettas and I'm spamming the hell out of Corey's body. A few teabags there in for good measure. And then we'll walk away with some dual Berettas and a deagle. But that's going to put a smile on the face. So a must-win pistol for MOUZ if they want to get this one done in 2. But Sangal had a chance. And if I'm Torji, that should be the type of round to get me fired up. He was instrumental there. He saved Dexter. You pointed that out. He comes through the smoke. He sideswipes that push through middle. And they're not feeling comfy just yet. MOUZ are actually going to take a timeout here. That's going to give 30 seconds for Sangal to have a chat. Tugak's getting on the mic. That's the 3rd timeout coming through. If you're Cycron, right, if you work with these kids for many years, right, through the MOUZ NXT project now on the main roster, you need to know the key words to say to get these kids focused in the right direction, because this is the biggest moment in their career to date. And I understand a lot of them were in a stage not that long ago back in Cologne, but this is the major. Again, might sound like a broken record, but this is a massive deal. So a force buyout for Sangal. They want to take the fight. A couple of AKs, one in the hands of Soulfly, who has been a force to be reckoned with here.
MOUZ need desperately to be perfect. Still Frozen, trying to replicate and emulate the starts that Soulfly gave his team in every round by being the one to peek down toward the ramp. The nades double. Not that much trouble. They didn't do very much damage at all as Soulfly gets tagged by a bullet rather instead to 61. Torzi's gonna go back out on this though. He's not done with this fight. But still no success in finding a pick.
Softening up a couple though, and that's gonna make things slightly easier. One on the scout, one on the AK. Coming over to B looking for a boost. I'm sure the bottom of this... Oh, hold up a second. Reconsidering the options here. Looking to boost up towards wood. This is going to give them some scaling properties, and I like the way ScrunK did that. You saw him there on the lip of the journey as opposed to on the palace. Doesn't have to crouch to get them up. Swifter movement there. But either side, JDC's crossover will be torn between 2 angles, and he doesn't have that much support.
Careful with the ammunition as well. The nade was good. ScrunK took the damage, but as he goes for the reloads, they came in, and they're going to go all the way in as well. Kubi takes down Xertion. He was only good for 1, so it's the advantage now to Sangal as they try and get the bomb to position. Smoke on the left side, and a flash over the top. Torzy and Dexter not to trip over each other. They'll send the MP9 running and gunning first, but ScrunK's got the shot to trade that back at distance as well. And it's phzy again to make it down to just Torzy, and he wants in, but he has to sneak in, and he can't. phzy's got that shot, 12-5.
Wow, that is like a jack in the box right there over towards B. I love that move. That's great. On one flash, as soon as JDC gets his vision back, a person's up wood, a person's boosted on that right-hand side, and then walking up the stairs as well. I really like this maneuver right here to give them access in towards the B bomb site. Sangal on the force by make it work, and phzy with that scout upgrades the AK, silences Torji, and puts MOUZ in a lot of trouble. Again, the stressed look on the face is creeping in for MOUZ, and it's fired up face for Soulfly on the other side. Steps heard towards B. ScrunK will show us how it's actually done. Put that one in your back pocket, JDC. Might need to watch that one in the demo. Not the second. Don't worry about that Molotov. We'll forget about that one. He's gonna... Oh, dear. Get a dink. Yubi, fortunately there to be back up because ScrunK looked like dead meat for a moment. didn't think we'd be going to Ancient, especially after Inferno, but now I'm almost certain.
And I don't know if MOUZ can be comfortable with that either. Like, this has not been a series from them at all.
I've got the video in front of me here. No, I don't. That's the last video.
Good try.
No, because it should be able to tell us who's starting on which side. I should be able to check that on HLTV. Let me quickly scurry. Sangal removed Mirage, which means Ancient was last, which means MOUZ gets side choice. So MOUZ will be on the CT side. Apparently it doesn't matter here.
phzy waiting, smoke. They're gonna run right by him, but he goes back toward it. Kubi, he'd be easily able to turn and take him out, and they've cleaned the round up with a good amount of damage dealt to them, but 4 alive.
This is quite the statement. If it's a 1916 map number 1 that MOUZ just squeaked across the line on their opponent's map pick, and now they're getting blown out of the water on their own, you can tell, well, you just have to think how that feels. Not great. Likely the answer here, and you can tell how great things are going for the side of Sangal. They're going to take their first timeout. That's how easy breezy cover girl this one's been.
Absolutely.
Exertion from map to map. Now he's gone missing. It was QB in map number 1 who was a non-issue. Exertion has 4 kills to his name. It's just the players. You need to pack a punch, right? They're not here right now. JDC, Exertion, Torji likely to be suffering from this pressure. You're so close, but so far. And this is the thing, like, when you play more of a momentum-based style of Counter-Strike and you get the ball rolling, it can be easy to pull yourself through in that environment. When you play quite default heavy and by the book, you can't lose focus.
Nades bounce out toward the quad box position. Molly, deep. ScrunK wants to go in first. Concealed that headshot smoke as ScrunK goes down though, frozen. They all swing around and now they know, ooh, hang on, that's a bit of a stab. We've got to go the other direction on this.
Dexter wasn't seen.
Oh my, he could actually strike them here. It's going to be difficult, but timing's everything. I don't know if he's cleared on this because the headshot is there and now Kubi. What? No
4 by 3 maybe?
I guess so, or just eyes preoccupied. I think he still goes down here. Yeah.
Dexter's not hearing this.
Oh, what the heck? What the heck? All right, so Counter-Strike
above
today.
him.
That's insane. I mean,
it was above him.
Vertigo audio is pretty trash valve, not gonna lie. Soulfly, Corey again, and this one is now 14-5.
Okay. 11 straight rounds for MOUZ to get this done in regulation.
Having fun, Chad?
Whoa, we're having fun for sure. We are definitely having fun here. This is another revelation. K23 putting up a fight against Big. Sangal doing more than putting up a fight right here. Stamping them out. I think with this going to 3, that's the 200 maps for J-Raz I was talking about earlier. Now it's time for Sangal to hit that knockout blow. And they seem a lot more decisive. They have a lot more conviction in the way that they're operating across the map right now. And you can understand with a lead like this, they'd be happy to take a few risks. His brain must be huge. Like, the amount of different lineups and nades he's had available everywhere is nuts.
Well, it doesn't matter because phzy can line them up in return with the M4. However, phzy's going to take the shot into him. Clean and concise with the AK. Exertion forced to hold CT spawn. JDC as well is the only one inside of the site will need his support, so he needs to make sure window doesn't get completely taken. If he's overwhelmed, JDC is going to have a tough call to make inside of the site, but the bomb's going back around at this point, 53 seconds, and we'll reset toward ramp.
Can I execute B?
Ah, you're right, B stairs, excuse me.
So there'll be 2 players here. They do have a light bit of utility to ward them off. Actually, 2 smokes between the 2 of them. If they deployed them now, it would be enough, but where they're waiting for the Q. Util juggled, and phzy's going to entry here. Mollying JDC out of position. He will have to extinguish at his feet. There it is. Now they know the fight's coming.
Exertion playing this one right. Even the nade lands in front of him. Nothing he can do with it. QB did take JDC, so it's just him, but it's just ScrunK to find. And he has got a rotation over in support. It's Dexter that stands by. Is he going to run this? Okay, no, it's over. 8 seconds.
Yeah, on the
so just saving the gun.
Yeah, and they do have enough to buy in the next round. Again, this is the most fortunate position Sangal are in, is the fact that they have such a commanding lead this early on that even if they lose the next 4 or 5 rounds consecutively, it's not the end of the world because their loss bonus at that point will have been built to max out and they can be threatening round after round after round, which means MOUZ have to play a near perfect game from this point onwards. And they've looked far from perfect here today. Oh, the pressure. This is such a different feeling because when you're like Dexter in the past, when he's qualified for majors, it's been at tournaments where, you know, you're playing against people from your region.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like this.
Yeah, not him invading the European scene.
But I'm sure if you asked MOUZ at the start, yo, listen, you get a best of 3 against Sangal to decide if you go to the major or not, they would have bit your hand off to take that chance.
Absolutely, they would have. No, this is insane. And what a performance from Sangal. 2 gooks behind them, obviously pleased with this. The longtime Space Soldiers in-game leader. Dexter will take out Soulfly, so first pick to MOUZ. Take that back, excuse me. JDC was lost beforehand, chat, as we were chatting, so...
QB got that one, which is good to see him in some form, but Exertion, now he's waking up. Giving some hope here to MOUZ fans around the globe.
Stands tall on the bags to try and use the smokes to his advantage. And don't tense up now, Sangal. Stick to the plan, because it was working. ScrunK's going to get knocked out of this round by Exertion.
Do you go for a save this early? I know there's a minute left, but if they don't offer you anything for the next 50 seconds, what's the point? Kyori has a go. Is deleted by Frozen here, and well, I think phzy would have been spotted there. They should know exactly where he is. 20 kills for phzy, having quite the performance here.
No such luck to find the shot toward top ramp. phzy trying to walk that off back, might get cut off and found toward spawn if he's not careful, but he might just burrow into this hallway for the rest of this as well.
Just passing each other like ships in the night here, so looking the wrong way. Old Torji, I'm sure he would have loved to have ripped this AWP out of the hands, but phzy has found some safe haven over towards B lobby now, so 8-7-6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. This is going to be another round for MOUZ. Now, it's not just the players in the server, obviously the orgs and everything behind them. Team recently got Sabrina as the player manager.
That's absolutely right, yep.
And she normally gets to witness the heartbreak as, right, a member of ESL staff. Now she's committed to this MOUZ team, sitting here having to watch her boys go to war. I'm sure it's a completely different feeling for her. And this is going to be nerve-wracking now because that perfect game, well, it's a good start. They putted 2 into the hole. This one's going to start turning into a par 5. Higher difficulty going forward. Saved all, bolstered by some upgrades. But this is the cash exhausted now for Sangal. The last chance they'll have in a few. So if this one goes out, they get snuffed, it will be an eco. And MOUZ get ever closer to that double digit. And I'm sure they're still believing.
JDC.
Dink, dink, dead.
Yeah, just absolutely wrecked phzy.
Good accuracy under pressure here. Corey, if he can get this AWP, he can wield it. We've seen him whip that bad boy out before, trying to grab it. Hasn't been able to scoop it. Oh, dear. And a great find from Jay. Yeah, you can see them. They're just trying to hustle and grab these now, but I don't think you're going to be able to get that one out of there.
A nade, maybe?
I don't have one of those.
Yeah, I'm just theorizing what would even do it. Shoot it, but...
Oh, they got it.
They did. Well played. Oh, not so well played, though. When the shots come back through, QB goes down to 23 and is removed. Exertion with the kill. It's ScrunK now trying to fade away on this and fall, but so too will Soulfly fall into the grave. It's now a 1-on-4.
Now ScrunK has had a lot of impact here today. Looking for a little bit more, but Exertion really has come to life on this CT side as we had 51 floors to the ground and maybe a bit grounded right now as Sangal. They've been woken up back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Worked nicely with the fall just there. And it has to be the save. And at this point, they are actually going to take a timeout. So this is curious. Is this setting them up for the next round, or do they have something a little bit crazy for everybody playing at home? 2 more rounds is all you need to take this to a 3rd. But that needs to be 2 great calls out of this squad, and maybe just a breather being afforded here. Slight bits of conversation. And I genuinely like the idea of taking a timeout when you have this lead just to breathe. I don't hate that whatsoever.
No, yeah, completely.
Imagine this music playing just for the rest of the game. That's kind of what MOUZ are hearing in their head. Just that level of intensity.
Oh yeah, there absolutely is. No, there's no question this is an intense situation to be in. Full save. Sangal know the situation. They know they still have a comfortable lead to sit on top of, so they will do so to get money back in their favor.
Well, I guess we can give everybody a bit of an update on the other games going on the IEM Road to Rio. We've mentioned the Americas before. Later in the day, everybody needs to make sure they tune in for Imperial, featuring Fallen Fur, Bolt, Vinny, and Cello, taking on Complexity. Obviously, the major, as mentioned, is in Rio.
Yeah, imagine
somewhere that Fallen needs to be.
That's pretty insane, and poor Complexity to be in that situation, because another team I'm sure everyone would like to have there. That's a tough one. That's heartbreak for either side.
Yeah, but right now, over on, well, twitch.tv/ESL_CSGO D is Liquid taking on Evil Geniuses, and the first map was squeaked out by Liquid, 25-23 on Ancient. They have Overpass and Inferno coming up next. That will decide the Legends position for the Americas. There's only one Legends position available. If you want to know more about that, there's plenty of information on the internet. I don't want to explain it now. I'll bore everybody to death. And after this one, we do have Outsiders taking on Falcons with Jason, Moses O'Toole, and Anders B. Loom.
Frozen. Wrapping back in. Damage was already there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, sir. Get the gun out. Okay. All right, well done. Well done. Fight or flight takes the fight, and it's going to be now 14-9.
Okay, back into the pressure environment, back into the pressure cooker here. Buyers coming back out. phzy not prioritizing the AWP. Did have enough to get the AWP out, but has opted against it. Could have been, well, he didn't even have to go glass cannon. Could have had AWP and Kevlar. This one here was just the mop up, and now MOUZ know they're back up against it. 3 HEs in place, Soulflight, QB, and Corey with those. And they've actually separated across the map. I thought maybe they'd want to try and nuke the top of the ramp here.
Soulfly already through the smoke, gonna try and wrap this around. And so good in reverse from the CT perspective of this position, but now he's trying to attack and open up the A site. Frozen overextends, he's giving one away. Not the round you want to do it on. Sangal, get the opener toward the 15th round. Dexter, oh, this is daring of him to sit in the open, but he does cross over to scaffolding. They didn't spot him when they swung to, and he will back off into the corner.
Needs to be very careful. They might be able to see him through the top hole in here, like just a tiny little glimmer of a pixel or two. So they will flush him out. That was one of the only angles he could have been hiding in. Now Dexter needs to make a big call as the leader here. Boys, I can hold this on my own. Torji towards middle. Exertion and JDC, you need to lock down the B side. Torji calls mid clear. Dexter's parked himself towards sandbags that was already mollied earlier in the piece, so he thinks it's a safe haven, but his rotation is miles away. Exertion and JDC need to get this done between the two of them. We've seen this maneuver before.
Smoke. Nades crossed over. Exertion's weak, very weak. JDC's overrun. Oh, baby, they're in the site now. AK's opening it up. Torzi manages one and then slips back inside smoke, but he has to be so careful as the bomb is going to go down and make this potentially a 15-9 scoreline.
Remember, Dexter's so far removed from this. I don't even know if they consider giving this one a look in at all. There's money available. It's the type of round that you could throw caution to the wind and at least try and clutch, but it's a 2-on-4 situation with the bomb already down. The way back in. It's not going to exist here.
Spare a thought for Outsiders and Falcons, who start in 1 hour, but at this rate, it's going to be delayed. They'll have to be sitting in standby and warming up, staying fresh. So when the time does come, they can make the most of their opportunity. And right now, this is Sangal making an absolute incredible opportunity for themselves, putting themselves on map point of a second map. Nearly took Inferno. Now that one will sting if they don't close this series, but man, Ancient looks like it's just around the corner.
Yeah, and that's going to be a rough one for both of these teams here. And the pound back onto Sangal with all considered. A great kill here from ScrunK onto Frozen. That is a fantastic find, and Soulfly looking sketched out, but they just maraud into that B bomb site. Simple stuff. Torji wishes he could put up more of a resistance here. We're back underway, and Sangal, this even just taking a map here today. That is massive in itself. And it's just 16 more rounds to that major. Another upset, another name, another big name to greet G2 and Astralis in that misery. Soulfly, aggressive, up, pushing, smokes, flashes, everything here just to usher this individual who has been a beast on this A ramp into some form of control, but it's middle. It's middle where Exertion has to get it done, and he can't. Corey deletes him.
Torzi wants to get flashed back in. Corey's already over the top, though. JDC's in trouble because they've surrounded his position. And Sangal with great positioning now to potentially close out the game. They've locked off the site. Torzy's forced back. And this gets desperate for MOUZ. Smoke goes high. Dexter. They want to go through window, but that's completely concealed at this point. It's going to be a flash in from Torzy for him to try and find an entrance. Look at ScrunK. He knows it's smoked. He's going to slide up. He's going to push through, and he's going to take Frozen out of the round. Dexter will at least put the shot back into him, but it's a 2-on-3. And time continues to tick on the bomb. It's about half-life, half its duration. Kubi with the shot. Torzy with only one, and he doesn't. Oh, there's a swing left side. Low HP, but phzy's got it on 19 to make it a 16-9 scoreline.
Massive stuff right there from Sangal. That is a massive statement victory. Here on Vertigo, MOUZ's turf, they take this the full distance. We're going to Ancient, we're going to a third, and there's a chance that MOUZ will not be going to the major. Sangal are here to play.